Good evening and welcome to Paws Shelter of Central Texas's 35th anniversary special. I'm Shane Hinton and you might recognize me from K-View. I am honored to be your host this evening for this exciting event. We have a full schedule of special features celebrating 35 years of service to the communities of Central Texas. Tonight we are also launching our online silent auction with items like restaurant gift cards and wonderful trips from Santa Fe to Bali. We are thrilled to have trips where you can include friends and families in private homes and villas. You will also have 18 to 24 months to travel, although I know we are all ready to get out of town right now. Paws is a no-kill animal shelter, finding homes for abandoned, abused, or neglected companion animals. We at Paws believe in second chances and offer medical care, love, and attention until a forever home is found for each animal, no matter how long it takes. In 1986, Miriam and Emmett McCoy of McCoy's Lumber Company founded Paws Shelter. They built the Kyle facility and the rest is history. Let's take a look.
My name is Matt Micklaw, and I am the Animal Care Supervisor here at the Kyle location of Paws Shelter of Central Texas. I've been doing this for a little over 10 years. Worked at Paws just shy of 8-9 years ago, and just came back in the past 3 years, and been loving every minute of it. The laundry is definitely the least fun part of the day. They're not super respectful of our blankets, but we do our best to keep up with it. We're gonna start the day with cleaning. The first 3 hours of the day is generally gonna be a hard clean. That morning is gonna be just moving them out into playgroup, and then dealing with whatever mess they made last night. That includes scooping poos and peas and everything in between, and whatever toys they decided didn't need fluff anymore, we'll pick up. I don't necessarily wish they could clone me, but I wish they could clone some of my staff. I have some of the most incredible staff members. If I could clone 1 or 2 of them, I could retire today. It would be wonderful. So much of the second half of the day, once we're done with cleaning, is going to be working with these guys and giving them as much affection as I possibly can. We do our best to keep the dogs as socialized as possible, but every once in a while we have ones that aren't as easy to place with other dogs, and those are generally going to be the dogs that we're going to spend a little more time with personally, just to make sure they're getting that affection, attention, interaction, and socialization that they need to be healthy, both physically and mentally here at the shelter. Here at Paws, we are entering our 35th year of serving the community and the homeless animals of the area. We do our best to keep everything clean and keep all the infrastructure working and in great shape, but as time and wear and tear occurs, after 35 years of dogs running through here, you can imagine staff does their best, but most of us aren't carpenters, we're more animal people. I do my best with the plumbing and the welding and all the different things we have to get done, but we could definitely use a facelift here at the Kyle shelter. We're definitely looking to replace some of our gates, to update some of our plumbing that's been giving us some issues with drains. Just some little things to help make things run a little smoother and make things a little safer for our population here.
As you can see, the Kyle facility has performed for 35 years, servicing thousands of animals over the years, and our goal this year is to give our Kyle location a long overdue facelift. Please donate now to help make this dream a reality at www.pawsshelter.org. Tonight we are launching our anniversary auction online. Bidding opens tonight and will end June 5th. Let's take a look at the incredible items available. 13 destinations to pick from, 18 to 24 months to travel. Houses and condos available that sleep up to 6 guests to join you on your excursion. Go to the beach or the mountains or enjoy city life in LA, San Diego, or Seattle. You can even buy a stay in Austin for your friends that are dying to come out and visit. This package also includes a $200 gift card for dinner at a local restaurant in each of the destination's cities. Or how about an incredible pet portrait from Framed Pets, a studio photo shoot, and a $500 credit on different wall arts of your pet, valued at $995. Or how about some gift cards from local restaurants like The League or Homespun, or a wine tasting from William Chris, or a sit and sip tour at Garrison Brothers, or a great gift basket from our sponsor Tito's Handmade Vodka. There is something for everyone. From jewelry to horseback riding and dog training, come check out the auction at www.pawsshelter.org. Tonight, we will be spotlighting our volunteers here at Paws Shelter. And who better to tell us about these programs than our volunteer coordinator, Barbara Pavolini-Smith.
Hi, I'm Barbara Pavolini-Smith. I'm the volunteer coordinator for Paws Shelter of Central Texas. I've been the volunteer coordinator here at Paws for 2 years in May. I'm Italian, that's why I speak funny. I'm Italian, that's why I speak beautifully with an accent, I guess. I love my volunteers. I love them all. I love what they do. They're so fun, they're everything. I love them. Without them, we wouldn't be able to transport all the dogs and the cats that need surgery every week on Wednesdays out here. Without them, we wouldn't be able to walk the dogs, give them exercise, and more time outside. Without our fantastic volunteer, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of things around here. Thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. Rock stars. Hi. Bye. Thank you.
My name is Abby Rodriguez. I volunteer at Paws, and mainly what I do is spend a lot of time walking dogs, working with them a little bit, see how they walk on the leash, how they feel about being touched, how they take treats, whether it's soft mouth, hard mouth, and I try to pass that information to other volunteers and to staff so they can put that in their notes for potential adopters when they come to visit the animals. Normally I get here a little bit before 9 because staff gets here at 9 and they start cleaning the kennel, so that's the most opportune time for me to come. I'll spend most of my time here trying to get every single dog out. Staff is wonderful for putting the dogs out in play yards at least twice a day, so they do get time out of their kennels. But I know the dogs really enjoy the walks, and I feel they definitely benefit from the interaction with different people and just, doing walks. What I've been doing now is I had a dog that I was taking for outings almost every week. He got adopted and I was so happy because he had been here for probably about a little over a year. So what I'm doing now is I'm focusing on another dog who's been here for quite a while. Her name is Amelia, and I've started to take her for outings now. And it's just introducing her to a different environment, how she does in a vehicle, just exposing her to something different other than the shelter environment. So those are some of the things I do. I do like to make little posters for them sometimes and put them on their kennel, like for Valentine's Day or Christmas, and usually try to participate. I know we haven't had many now, but when they have adoption events, I usually try to, help out, and that way I can relate some information to potential adopters about some of the dogs that I've walked and that I've worked with, spent some time with.
Erlinda Vandelender.
David Vandelender.
We are dog walkers primarily, but we do whatever it takes. If it means helping with dogs in ISO, that's what we do. Whatever's
Maintenance,
needed.
if we can find the time.
Yeah, he's a maintenance man too.
And found the passion of my life, which is walking dogs, being around animals, specifically dogs. They're the oldest domesticated animals, dogs are. We've spent thousands of years breeding them to be dependent upon us, and I think it's our obligation to make sure they're taken care of. So it's very rewarding. Erlinda came up with a system where we rotate the dogs into the yards and out on walks. And in that manner, we're able to give each dog a little bit of yard time, a little bit of exercise. And it takes most of the morning to do that.
Yep.
Especially with a full kennel like today.
And the primary goal is to get him out from overnight, give him a potty break. Yeah, I know it might look chaotic. The dogs are super excited and reactive to each other. They're anxious to get out, and it might look chaotic. It doesn't really feel chaotic.
I don't know of any volunteer work where the people you're serving or the animals you're serving appreciate more what you're doing.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
We're the Vandelenders, and we're volunteers at Paws.
I'm Paws' #1 intern. Their only intern, but I got the #1 spot. My job entails a lot of cat and dog duties, cleaning, maintenance, helping running them in and out. I've chosen to have quite a bit of my role also be in the front office. It's characterized what's needed at the time, what you have main interest in. So you could do more yard work, more animal work, more office work. It's a really great variety. I've helped in the surgery unit. I clean cats every morning and maintain them. I help with the constant duty of dogs and then also help people find their forever friends.
And who's this?
This is Gracie.
And do you hope to take her home?
Too late. It's already been done.
As you can see, there are so many ways to volunteer. Working at the Village Store in Wimberley is another option for folks that may not be able to work around the animals. The teams that work here collectively donate their hours, which converts to money every month for Paws. We are currently looking for more volunteers for this program. Take a look.
Susie Banks, and I volunteer here at the Village Store. I've been here about 2.5 years. It's an incredibly fun way to help the dogs and cats at Paws. It's funny because it's almost like there's some pressure to make sure that you price everything as high as you can, but still let it sell and stay objective about what you're pricing. But mainly just working for the dogs is the best, and the cats. I heard some people talking one time in the store, and the woman said to another stranger, "Oh, my daughter comes from New York. She loves this store. It's the first place she wants to come when she comes to Wimberley, to the Village Store." And the other woman said, "Oh, I know. I call it the magic store because of all the deals you can get."
I am Aurora LeBrun. I have volunteered at the Village Store since 2009. I have always volunteered for Paws. I have 2 primary functions at the store. I do all the jewelry, which is a good income earner for us because pieces are expensive. I also manage the boutique, and I work wherever I'm needed. And I'm a member of the board. I'm representing Paws on the board and a day manager on Thursday. So I spend a lot of time here.
I'm Sandy Johnson. I've been a volunteer for Paws in various capacities for 20 years. It's easy, and I feel blessed to be able to do this. My association and hard work for them is so meaningful, and I'm so driven. What we receive back is so much more than what we ever give. To be able to give time versus strictly a check, it's a wonderful way for people that are more comfortable. Maybe they have more time than they have the budget allows to be able to come in and have this money go towards Paws. It's 100% profit for them, and we have more fun than anybody has any business having. The other piece of that is the incredible generosity of people that donate all these things. We would have nothing to sort, to price, to sell, to benefit the animals and the other charities without people making a point of bringing all this wonderful stuff for us to price and be able to sell and have that directly impact the animals.
If Paws volunteers are 50% of the workforce that month, Paws gets 50% of that money. Right. If they work 60% of the hours, we get 60% of that bottom line. Yeah. What an amazing. And I love it because it doesn't dilute volunteers from the shelter. Right. Yeah. There's no capital expenditure. It's 100% to the babies. It's a wonderful thing.
My name is Barb Mansour. I've been volunteering with Paws for about 12 years. I predominantly do fundraising, volunteer at the thrift store, and now hope to be back at the shelter. I do a lot of asking our wonderful businesses in Wimberley and Dripping Springs, Blanco, Johnson City. We've had so much support from them. It helps the community a lot, but even more, it helps the animals. And Paws is so good about education, about spay and neutering, treatment, the welfare of animals. Animals can add to our life. They truly are furry pals forever and unconditionally.
Where are all the kittens and puppies, you ask? Well, our foster volunteers are critical for life-saving efforts here at Paws. The kittens and puppies have not yet built up their immune systems, so they cannot stay at the shelter locations. They are instead placed with foster families. These incredible foster families help us save hundreds of kittens and puppies each and every year. What happens if my foster animal gets sick during their stay with our family? Paws is also proud to partner with our friends at Firehouse Animal Hospital with many locations around Travis and Hayes counties. They donate a medical fund each year to help us with unexpected illness or injury to pets in our care, and we could not do it without their support, as this type of medical cost is an unexpected addition to our budget. Last year, they helped us save the life of Abby.
Hi, I'm Gordy Johnson, a volunteer here at Paws. This is Mara. Now, Mara, he's not a dog for just anybody. She's about 125 pounds of loyal, good-loving pal, but she's a big old girl. Probably not cat friendly. I don't know if we've tested that. But there isn't a jollier, fun-loving pal out here than Mara, so we'd love to find her a home because she's just real sad in her little cage. And we have to put 2 cages open in between for her to fit. You can always tell which cage she's in because there's always fur sticking out of one end of it. But as you can see, she's got an energy level that's, I don't know, just kind of right for a fella like me.
One of the most frequently asked questions is, where do you get all of these animals? The daily euthanasia list is the toughest thing our kennel supervisors and medical staff review. Our mission is to step in and help when animals are at risk of euthanasia. Every week, we receive or pick up animals from shelters across Texas. Let's peek behind the curtain.
dogs?
My name is Shannon Smith. I'm the animal care manager at Paws Shelter of Central Texas in Dripping Springs, and we're here at the Humane Society of the New Braunfels area today. All of our dogs come from the area shelters around Central Texas. As the animal care manager, I go out and scout for new animals every week, and that includes dogs and cats. And the animals may be at risk of euthanasia, they may be owner surrendered, they may just be strays picked up. We go out and rescue as many as possible. So I really like coming to the New Braunfels shelter because they're super friendly and they're always really upfront about the animals that we pull. The first thing I do is I walk in, I ask them, hey, are there any animals that are completely off limits? The animals that are off limits are going to be animals that already have a ton of applications on them, so we definitely want to make sure that New Braunfels gets those adoptions. But if there have been long stay dogs or cats, we definitely want to take a look at them first and try to get them out and get them into our adoption program. So I'll walk through the kennels. They do have an adoption building and a stray building, so we walk through both of those. I check all of the dogs out first and kind of make a list of who I'm interested in and who I might think would be a good fit for Paws. And so after I make that list, I'll show it to the front office and see if any of those guys have already been heartworm tested. If not, I'll go back and heartworm test the ones I'm interested in, do a little behavioral evaluation on them. So really what that entails is just running my hands across their body, making sure that I can handle their ears, their paws. I check their teeth to make sure they don't have any serious broken teeth or anything that we really couldn't afford as a nonprofit. If everything seems good, I'll make a list of the dogs I want to pull and we're good to go. They'll help me load them up and we're on our way to Dripping Springs. I've learned to be a really good animal wrangler in my time pulling animals, especially with the kitty cats. They do not like to be restrained. That can be pretty tricky, but lots of treats, lots of positive reinforcement really helps with that. We want to do combo tests before we pull them into Paws, and that's to make sure that they don't have feline leukemia or anything that's going to be contagious to the other cats. Since at Paws we don't keep them in cages, they stay in community catteries where they have cat friends, so a negative result is going to be really important for that. We have been working for 35 years to save as many animals as possible in the Central Texas area. We do our best to pull all kinds of animals, small dogs, big dogs, different breeds of cats, and you know that they've been through a behavioral evaluation, you know that they're all going to be microchipped, up to date on all of their vaccinations, spayed, neutered. You really can't ask for anything better than that for our adoption prices. So we have a lot of great animals, and I know that the animals out there are treated like kings and queens, so they're spoiled rotten, and it's a great place to be if you have to be in a shelter. Paws is the one you want to be in.
Last year we saved thousands of animals. We also support the community by taking in owner surrender dogs or cats when their owners can no longer care for them due to health reasons or loss of employment. 2020 was a tough year for everyone, and Paws was able to assist in taking in pets, supplying food and animal supplies to help local citizens make it through the pandemic. The very best part of the shelter daily activities is the adoption process. During COVID, we were able to pivot and continue adoptions through moving to an appointment process. This kept our adopters and our employees safe. Let's take a look at one of the adoption counselors' roles and find out what they do during a typical day at the shelter.
Hi, my name is Minnie and I'm one of the adoption counselors here at the Paws Kyle campus. With our adoption process in the time of COVID, we've moved pretty much everything online. All of our available dogs and cats and puppies, kittens, they have online profiles with their age, weights. If you connect with one online, an adopter would just click to apply. The application process takes about 15 or so minutes. As soon as our adoption counselors receive those applications, we review it and we'll email you available times to set up your appointment. Appointments all happen outside for dogs on our open air gazebo. For our cats, we do have an outdoor catio that is covered that we do our meet and greets in for the cats and kittens. And if you have further questions, we have adoption staff here from 12 to 5, 7 days a week to answer any questions you might have. Our amazing kennel techs are often able to match make for you, so if you're just looking for a dog or a cat that is going to be perfect for your life, just provide us some of the basic details and we are able to find someone that's going to be a perfect fit for your family. Generally, we give you about an hour to meet with them outside. If you fall in love super quickly, we're able to process the adoption same day. Our objective is to get animals into their forever home as quickly as possible because shelter life is stressful and we want them in their forever home sooner rather than later.
Yes, he's such a sweet boy. My name
name's Shannon and I'm the animal care manager here at our Dripping Springs location. This here is my friend Biffer. He is such a good buddy. He came to us in April of 2019, so he's been here about 2 years now. He was a teenage puppy who seemingly had no socialization with other dogs and hadn't met a lot of people. One way we work on that here is playgroups. He really did not like other dogs when he first showed up, but after a lot of time and patience, we finally discovered that he prefers black, pointy-eared female dogs. I don't know why, but that's his type. His current girlfriend is named Raja. She's black and she has pointy ears. They have a ton of fun together. You can see how happy he is to finally have friends. With these guys that lack confidence, it takes a lot of time, patience, a lot of positive reinforcement training. A lot of the times, it takes other dogs to show them how to dog. That's what we do here at Paws, and eventually we find them the perfect home. Biffer is still looking for his, and he's made huge strides. Once he gets to know you, he's your best buddy. Who's that, Biffer? Who's a good boy? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh my goodness.
Don't forget to go to www.pawsshelter.org to check out all the animals that are currently available for adoption. You can also donate here to help us at Paws to keep these wonderful programs running throughout the year, or donate to our Kyle Remodel Fund to help give this facility a much needed facelift. Without you, we cannot make it safe for animals in Central Texas, but we need your help. Please donate now. Remember, the anniversary auction launches tonight, so visit www.pawsshelter.org to bid before June 5th. Let's see what other items are waiting for your bid.
The more you give, the more you get. It's not about money, it's not about numbers, it's not about quarterly results. It's about, like, are we having fun? Like, what do we want to do next with this thing? Spread some joy, spread some love. I mean, life is hard. Let's just concentrate on the good stuff. Try to magnify that part. What people really long for is meaning and purpose in their life. And so if you can find meaning and if you can do nice things for people that you don't even know, it's amazing what starts coming back to you in life. We did like over 6,000 charity events last year. I mean, it's just been the weirdest journey ever.
Tito's is a great partner, and we are thrilled to once again have them as our main sponsor for this event. Tito's Handmade Vodka is vodka for dog people, so drink up. Do you know that we have Paws merchandise? Right now on our website, we have our limited edition 35th anniversary t-shirt designed by Billy Perkins. We are proud to partner with both PetSmart and Petco to offer cats at their store locations. This program accounts for about 1/3 of our adoptions annually, giving our cats additional exposure through these retail locations.
My name is Deja, and I am a Blue volunteer with Paws Shelter. I've been volunteering for about 4 years now. When I wanted to start volunteering, I was looking around at different shelters in the area, and I wanted something small so that I felt like I was part of a community, and honestly, the staff here is amazing. They're like some of my favorite people and very good friends. The community that you have with other volunteers and our love for the animals, it's very, very, very special to me. I love being here. Oh, the trails are fantastic. I love the trails. Bill has made a few trails back here. They're wide, pretty level, cleared, so they're really nice to walk on. They kind of curve in and out, so it's great to give the dogs something different to look at. We see some wildlife, so those are pretty fun. Gordy also made lots of trails at the beginning, so we have some trails along the dry creek beds. You don't feel like you're exploring the woods on a hike. It's kind of nice just being in the nature. And then occasionally you'll have the dog that will take you on an adventure and follow a deer trail, and you never know where you're gonna end up on those. So those are always interesting.
That was a dog's eye view of the walking trails at our Dripping Springs campus. We want to give a huge shout out to Gordy Johnson and Bill McLean for all the hard work it took to get these trails cut and cleared. It gives our volunteers lots of choices when taking dogs for walks. There's a trail for all levels for both dogs and volunteers. You know, there is a piece to the adoption program which is probably one of the most important, and that is the spay and neutering of every pet before they leave our care. Last year, almost 1 million animals in Texas were euthanized. Let's take a look at a typical spay or neutering surgery and how our volunteers help.
Hi, I'm Jackie, and I'm a volunteer at Paws in Dripping Springs. And I've been helping in the surgery recovery area. I come in early to help walk the dogs so they can do their business before surgery and get the room ready, whatever needs to be stocked. We usually start with puppies. Puppies come out first, they wake up quicker, sweet, and we can cuddle them. Next, the larger dogs come out of surgery. We line them up on the floor because they're larger, but we start with making sure that they're breathing properly. We will take their temperature, give them a little Caro syrup under their cheek, give them a little spa day, clean their ears, clip their nails. As they wake up, we watch them, make sure they're doing okay, and then we'll bring them to their kennels once we feel that they're ready. Why I kept coming back when I was a volunteer is because I realized how much the staff loved the animals here. That was really important to me, knowing that the staff really do care for these animals. Didn't have any animals prior to starting here volunteering. I had called, our family was ready to adopt an animal into our family. But when I called, I don't remember who answered the phone, but she says, well, why don't you start volunteering here and you'll find the dog that's right for your family. And so that's how I started walking dogs.
My name is Stephanie Sabatini, and I'm a volunteer. I walk dogs with my daughter, but what I most do is transport the dogs between Kyle and Dripping Springs for their surgery. What I do is on Tuesday afternoons, I go to Kyle, to the Kyle location, and pick up all the dogs and cats that need to be spayed or neutered or have other medical issues that they need to see the vet for. And I bring them back here to Dripping Springs because the vet is here on Wednesday mornings. So therefore all the dogs and cats that need to be treated are here first thing in the morning. And then on Wednesday afternoon after 2 o'clock, I take them back to Kyle. It's never a quiet ride. Sometimes I've had just one big dog sitting in the passenger seat next to me and upwards of 15 or 20 when there's litters of cats and litters of puppies that have to go back and forth. They all love to sing with me. I put a little rock and roll on and we have a great time. First, of course, I love meeting more dogs and cats than I could if I was just walking one at a time. We have a good time and we talk in the car. Number two, I get to know the staff at both locations, and these people are just so wonderful, and it's so nice to get to chat with everyone and become friends. But the most important thing about what I do is I think the spay and neuter process is so important, because if we can eliminate any unwanted litters, then fewer dogs will be going to the kill shelters and everybody will be in a better state. So that's why I do what I do.
So how can you help us at Paws continue our life-saving efforts? Our monthly donors provide us with a reliable income monthly. To find out why and how you can contribute to this critical program, go to www.pawsshelter.org/donate.
Shelley Morgan, and I'm a weekly donor for Paws, and I walk dogs weekly. This is one reason the dogs love me. I bring baked chicken for the really, really big dogs that are just too big for me to walk. I give them baked chicken and some petting. And for the large, small, and medium dogs that I can walk, they love the pepperonis. And that's kind of what I use. So I've never had a dog escape from me. And so I throw a treat in to get them distracted, and I get in the kennel, and then when I leave, I throw a treat in. Also to help teach them how to sit. And they, please sit and take a treat right behind their head. Kind of helps them learn how to sit. And then they get a treat. I know, Miss Shelley, yes. Paws is such a lovely place. The people that work here are so compassionate, and they love all the animals, and they give them so much love until they can have their forever home. And it's a no-kill shelter. So we want to keep Paws around, so please, please, please donate. You'll feel so good about it, I promise you.
It's disgusting.
Good boy.
Remember this thing? Y'all, mine still has dust on it. Oh, aren't you ready to use it again? Well, guess what? You'll need it on your next auction item. Grab that passport and pick a location on your bucket list. Is your choice in the Pacific Rim, Bali, Thailand, Indonesia, or Australia? We've got it. What about an African photo safari? We've got it. How about Spain, Switzerland, or Peru? Guess what? We've got it too. With over 14 locations, you'll find a trip that fits your fancy. It includes a 5-night stay at a Fairmount hotel property and a $500 gift card, good for local restaurants or day trips. What a great way to kick off your first trip after COVID. And the best part is you have 18 to 24 months to use it. So enjoy a well-deserved vacation knowing that you are also helping the animals at the Paws Shelter. It's a win-win.
Come on into our front lobby here. This is
a great area for us to do meet and greets with dogs and their new adopters. When the employees first saw it, they were excited that the dogs have one wing and the cats have another wing. So we have Dogtown, and then we have Kitty City. And we're gonna start over in Kitty City. I think one of the great things about our cat rooms are they're indoor-outdoor, so the cats can relax. We have this great holding area for little guys when we first get them in for 2 or 3 days, just in case they have anything going on, like upper respiratory or anything they could bring into the general population. And then we have a great laundry and feeding room here. It makes it really nice for the staff. They can do laundry over here, feed, and not walk on, all over the building. We also do dog and cat testing. A lot of our clients have cats already in the home. They want to adopt a dog and see how the dog does with the cat. We'll bring the dog into the cat area and to see how they interact. So it's a great behavior that we can also note on any of the dogs that are up for adoption. So now we're gonna head over to Dogtown and take a look at the facilities we have on this side of the building. In here is dog laundry and our grooming shop here where we can get the dogs into the grooming tub, do nail trims, get them ready for meet and greets. And then, after long times in the play yard, it's just time to have a bath. We have 2 sections to the dog kennel. We have Little Dogtown and Big Dogtown. And the nice thing about it is we designed the Big Dogtown with the larger doggy doors to accommodate our Great Pyrenees, German Shepherd, Great Dane, any of the large breeds, so they can get in and out of their indoor-outdoor kennel through the door much easier than a regular size kennel. At this new facility that opened not quite 2 years ago here in Dripping Springs, we can accommodate approximately 50 to 55 dogs. We have an isolation area where we can hold 8 to 10 dogs and a holding area where we can hold another 5 dogs. And then with our cats, we can go anywhere from 20 to 30 cats. So approximately about 80 to 100 animals, depending on, what we've got. This part of the building is dedicated to our surgery suite. You've kind of seen, I think sometime tonight, some of the surgery activities that we have going on here. Petco was a big donator to help us complete the build out and purchase all of the equipment that we'd need to furnish the surgery suite overall. Shirley Alexander, our wonderful angel, donated 39 acres here. The great thing about it, we've got lots of room to grow. So currently we have 3 huge doggy play yards. This is great for the enrichment that we take them out in their play groups, for the volunteers to do special projects with them, and to do meet and greets if needed. I'm Melody Hilburn. Thanks for joining us tonight here at Paws.
Make sure you're checking in on the auction every few days for new items and to track how your bids are doing at www.pawsshelter.org. The auction will be open through June 5th. We can't end the celebration without thanks to our dedicated staff who keep our shelters running. We hope you enjoyed our volunteer spotlight, as these are many of the people who generously give their time and allow us to do all the work that we do. We covered a lot of ground tonight, but that is only a portion of what the first 35 years has entailed for Paws. Please help us continue our life-saving efforts for another 35 years by donating at www.pawsshelter.org. And check on our auction items frequently so you don't miss out on your favorite item or the trip of a lifetime. I'm KVUE meteorologist Shane Hinton. On behalf of everyone here at the Paws Shelter, thank you so much and have a great evening.